Are you running low on worlds to discover? Well, have I got a list for you? These are 30 uniquely written fantasy, science fiction, and even horror novels that deserve way more love than they got. Stories filled with hope, courage, wonder, and grace. Some of them you might know, but I'll bet plenty of these will surprise you. So get your TBR ready, because by the end of this episode, it's about to grow a lot. Hey there, everyone. I'm Jim. Welcome to Fantasy for the Ages, where we celebrate all things fantasy, science fiction, horror, and just nerdy stuff in general. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss a single episode that comes at you as we talk books, lists, deep dives, and of course, a huge thank you to our Patreon supporters. Your encouragement continues to make these kinds of episodes possible. If you'd like to join our Patreon community, check out the link to our Patreon page down in the description below. Now, for this episode, I wanted to do something a little different. We're all constantly looking for the next great read, but let's be honest, the same handful of titles dominate the feeds on BookTube, Book Talk, all those recommendation lists. Everybody's talking about the same books. So I went digging, researching across reviews, awards, hidden corners of reader communities to find 30 books that have earned critical and reader acclaim, yet haven't gotten nearly the recognition that they deserve. These are novels that inspire, stories that remind us what's worth believing in, courage, wonder, grace, redemption, and the small acts that change everything. Some of these I already knew about, others were brand new discoveries even for me. But now, every single one of these books that I hadn't yet read is on my TBR. I think they're worthy, and I believe you will also. And don't worry, this episode is definitely spoiler-lite. I mean, again, some of these I haven't even read yet, and I hate spoilers. I wasn't going to ruin it for me. So trust me, I didn't ruin it for you. You're going to get just enough about these books to intrigue you, but never to ruin the magic. If you've read any of these before, share your thoughts down in the comments. Again, spoiler-lite. Tell us which of these books inspired you and which ones you agree deserve more attention. We begin this list with a collection of fantasy novels. I do not have these ranked in any particular order. They're all seemingly fantastic. Let's just do it. First book up is A Stranger in Alondria by Sophia Samatar. Came out in 2013. A provincial tea merchant's son is swept to a far land where books are holy, and a ghost will not release them. His quest to lay the spirit to rest becomes a love letter to language and reading. This is a critic's darling rather than a blockbuster. It quietly celebrates literacy, empathy, and cross-cultural understanding. Then we've got The Changeling Sea by Patricia A. McKillop, a 1988 publication. A fisher girl's grief tangles with an ancient sea curse, a prince, and a sea dragon. What begins as anger becomes healing as she learns to name and release loss. Slim, luminous, often overlooked, this book models gentleness, forgiveness, and wonder. Third up is City of Stairs by Robert Jackson Bennett, a 2014 novel. In a post-divine world, a diplomat spy investigates a murder that could awaken forbidden gods. The story turns imperial history inside out to find justice and renewal. Not a household name, yet profoundly hopeful about rebuilding broken societies. Fourth book to share is Sorcerer to the Crown by Zen Cho, 2015. Regency Britain gains its first black sorcerer royal and an unstoppable woman with dangerously abundant magic. Together, they remake a hidebound system with wit and compassion. a quieter success that inspires with mentorship, inclusion, and joyful audacity. The fifth book is The Queens of Innis Lear by Tessa Grattan, a 2018 publication. A King Lear reimagining where three sisters battle prophecy, patriarchy, and the land's hunger. Love and stewardship trump conquest. This is a literary fantasy that didn't go megapop. It champions caretaking leadership. Then we've got The House of Shattered Wings by Alietta de Bodard, 2015. Fallen angels and alchemists feud amid a ruined magical Paris. Survivors cobble together fragile communities from ash. This is less mainstream than similar urban fantasies. It's quietly uplifting about chosen families. Then we've got The Wolf of Oren Yarrow by K.S. Veloso, a 2020 publication. A disgraced queen crosses enemy territory to save her realm and redefine power. Her grit becomes grace. Indie-rooted and underread relative to its quality, it inspires via resilient leadership. The eighth title to share is The Orphan's Tales in the Night Garden by Catherine M. Valente, a 2006 novel. In this story, a tattooed storyteller unspools nested fables where compassion rewrites fate. Each tale mends the next like embroidery. A cult favorite that celebrates imagination's power to heal. Number 9, The Bird King by G. Willow Wilson, 2018. On the last day of Moorish Granada, a mapmaker who can redraw reality flees with a concubine seeking freedom. Their friendship charts a new world. Literary, humane, and not overhyped. Hope through solidarity. The 10th novel is The Forgotten Beasts of Eld by Patricia A. McKillop, 1974. You might have heard of this one. A solitary sorceress and her legendary beasts must choose between vengeance and love. She learns strength without cruelty. A classic that many still haven't read. It models quiet, principled power. Then we've got Wheel of the Infinite by Martha Wells. I'm sure you've heard of her. This is a 2000 publication. An immortal priestess and a visiting swordsman race to repair a cosmic wheel before reality misaligns. Their courage is practical, not grandiose. This is pre-Murderbot Wells, and it's under-discovered, bracingly humane and hopeful. And then we've got The Golem and the Genie by Helene Wecker, 2013. An unlikely friendship between a cautious golem and a free-spirited genie in 1899 New York teaches them how to be human. Immigrants make a home by choice, not fate. Beloved by those who find it, yet never oversaturated, this is profoundly affirming. And my final fantasy selection is The Light of the Midnight Stars by Rena Rossner, 2021. Jewish sisters in medieval Europe wield star magic to survive exile, loss, and love. Their story marries folklore with fierce hope. Quietly published and tender, it uplifts cultural memory, resilience, and belonging. So let's move to science fiction now, where the first book to share is Waystation by Clifford D. Simek, or Simic, or CMAC. I know it's one of those. 1963, so this is a big throwback. A quiet man tends Earth's secret interstellar embassy. His kindness keeps the galaxy's peace and his farmstead alive. Gentle rather than flashy, golden age sci-fi, a hymn to decency. Then we've got Indian Summer by John Crowley, 1979. This is a love it or hate it type novel, and you might just love it. In a post-collapse future, a young seeker chases a story of love and truth. Memory itself becomes redemption. Cult status, never mass market. It inspires reflection on storytelling and identity. Then let's go to The Speed of Dark by Elizabeth Moon, 2002. An autistic data analyst must decide whether to undergo a curing procedure. He asserts personhood on his own terms. Quiet, character driven sci fi that champions dignity and self definition. Let's go on to the next one, A Door into Ocean by Joan Slonczewski. May have mangled her name. 1986. Pacifist, all female ocean dwellers resist imperial conquest with biology, solidarity, and nonviolent strategy. Their science is care. Academe loved, reader underread, inspires eco-feminist resilience. Next, Semiosis by Sue Burke, 2018. Human colonists learn to coexist and converse with a sentient plant civilization. Trust grows across species. Word of mouth rather than any hype for this novel. It's hopeful first contact built on humility. The sixth of my sci-fi selections is The Mountain in the Sea by Ray Naylor, 2022. A linguist, a roboticist, and a soldier uncover octopus intelligence and our obligations to it. Discovery demands mercy. Critically praised, but still very niche, it inspires ethical imagination. Our seventh book from sci-fi is The Quantum Thief by Hanu Rajanini, 2010. A gentleman thief must steal back his own memories in a post-human solar system. Freedom requires community. Brainy, baroque, and underread, this inspires by showing identity as a chosen art. Then we go on to Planetfall by Emma Newman, 2015. A colonist's secret threatens a fragile off-world settlement built on faith in a visionary leader. Truth, grief, and healing refound the community. Quietly devastating and ultimately restorative, this novel is a sleeper hit. Next, The Space Between Worlds by Micah Johnson, 2010. A multiverse jumper from a harsh reality navigates privilege, identity, and the chance to rewrite her life. Love becomes the bravest word. This broke out modestly, but never mainstream. It's deeply affirming about chosen paths. Then we've got Bannerless by Carrie Vaughn, 2017. In a cooperative, post-collapse society, an investigator probes a murder that tests communal ethics. Justice serves sustainability and compassion. Very low-key novel, humane, overlooked. It imagines functional futures. Next, we've got The Recollection by Gareth L. Powell from 2011. Time rifts connect London to far future empires, sweeping a cab driver and an artist into cosmic stakes. Ordinary people prove extraordinary. A cult favorite space opera that uplifts everyday heroism. Next, The Sparrow, Mary Doria Russell, 1996. A Jesuit mission makes first contact with a beautiful alien culture and pays a terrible price. A survivor seeks meaning. Grace wrestles with trauma. Revered in niche circles, this is less known to general SFF crowds. It inspires through faith, friendship, and moral courage. And my final sci-fi pick is Empress of Forever by Max Gladstone, a 2019 novel. A tech titan is catapulted across a mythic galaxy to oppose a reality-eating empress with a found family of misfits. Wonder and friendship saves worlds. Big ideas in this one, but very modest reach. It's exuberantly inspirational about reinvention. All right, let's finish up with just 4 horror selections, because, we do less horror on this channel, but I've got 4 good ones for you. First, The Good House by Tananarive Due, 2003. No idea if I said that name right. A family curse awakens in a small town, and a grieving mother confronts generational wounds head on. Love fights back the dark. Horror that heals in this novel, acclaimed, but still underread compared to mainstream names. My second one, one of my favorite recent reads, My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones, came out in 2021. A slasher-obsessed teen faces real violence and discovers she can be more than a final girl. Knowledge becomes empowerment. This is an awarded novel, yet it's still very niche. It's inspirational at how it reframes survival into agency. The third of my horror picks is Plain Bad Heroines by Emily M. Danforth, a 2020 novel. A cursed school's past and a modern film set entwine in a sapphic, self-aware ghost story. Creativity and love outlast malign myths. Literary, playful horror that didn't saturate the zeitgeist. It celebrates self-definition. And the final book of the 30 I'm sharing here, our last horror pick, is The Silent Land by Graham Joyce, 2010. In this story, an avalanche traps a couple in an eerily empty ski town where time misbehaves. Their devotion becomes a lighthouse in the uncanny. This is a subtle, meditative novel many people missed. It's hopeful through devotion and release. And there you have it, 30 books across fantasy, science fiction, and horror that prove you don't have to be famous to be phenomenal. Each of these stories offers something powerful, whether it's wonder in the strange, light in the darkness, or courage when the world feels too heavy. All the uplifting kind of things my channel loves to explore. If you've read any of these, tell me which ones stood out to you. Which ones deserve more love? And which are jumping now from this list straight into your TBR. Anything you want to say, put them down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this list, give the video a like. It helps more book lovers to find our channel, and share it with a friend who's always hunting for something new to read. Thanks for watching Fantasy for the Ages. We sure appreciate you hanging out with us. Keep on reading, keep dreaming, and we'll talk to you next time.